So a Christian woman should attract attention to her character, not her clothing. A Christian woman should show by her dress and her demeanor her love and devotion to her own husband. She should show by her dress and desire that she has no intent to flaunt her wealth, but that she is, in appearance and attitude, marked out by a humble heart that is obviously committed to worshiping the living God. And some single women are going to say, but wait a minute, I'm not married, and I got to attract somebody soon. I can understand that, but the worship service isn't the place to do that. That's not the worship service function. Furthermore, it might just be that the person you want to attract will be most attracted by your godly character. I hope so. You'd hate to get stuck with somebody who was attracted by everything but that. And by the way, I'm going to say a word before this series is over about you men that ought to be attracted to godly character and aren't showing that you're being attracted by it. It's time for a lot of you to get married. But we'll get into that later. Some of these godly women have made sufficient the point of their godliness, and some of you men need to respond. Now back to the point. That there were men in the leadership of that church with bad theology, with ungodly lives, and one manifestation of it was pastors who were not faithful to their own wives. And that's why that is a first issue. After the overarching idea of blameless, of which all the rest are elements, the first one listed is a one-woman man. Because Satan would love to bring alluring women into the church to destroy the leadership. And he does it all the time. And it's not to say that women are alone at fault. That is not so, but they are who do that at fault. Look at verse 12. It not only had impacted those who were elders in the church, but even the deacons. And so in introducing this thought to the deacons, we find a parallel. Let the deacons be one-woman men. In chapter 5, verse 14, get those young women married. You know what is a danger to the church? Beloved, I really believe this with all my heart. The mass of single women we have in today's society poses a very grave danger to the church. Because you have many unmarried women who have strong desire for marriage moving around in the church that creates tremendous problems. And that's why the word is they need to get married. And that's why I say to some of you men, it's hard for them if you won't ask them. We talk about the fall of Adam, and rightly so, because in Romans chapter 5, that is the way Paul refers to it, as in Adam all died, so forth. We talk about the fall of Adam because Adam, his name represents generic man, if you will. His name represents the race. He is the head of the race, and he did fall. But we have to keep in mind that he didn't fall first. First, the woman fell. And her fall confirms what verse 13 said, that woman needs a head. She needs a strengthener, because when she got out from under the strength of Adam and tried to operate independently in conflict with the enemy, she was what? Deceived. And the intent of what the word is saying here is that woman needs protection. That she has a certain vulnerability. She was designed with the need for a head. She was designed with the need for a leader. She was designed with the need for a protector and a savior. And I said I was going to say this, and I'm going to say it right now. Some of you men around here are leaving these girls leaderless. Now, if you see some lovely Christian girls around here, you better ask them to marry you and get this thing moving. They're ready to fulfill their God-given calling, but some of you guys have a standard that's absolutely on the fantasy level of what you're looking for. You're not that hot to catch yourself, so come down. Enough of that, right?